Hey, I'm Hannah Anderson. I'm the creator of Young and Alone, and I'm here to answer your questions, which is a lot of fun. I'm just gonna jump right into it. So, the first question was why we are filming in Hordaland, Norway. And I think that's because I grew up here and I know the locations, and it was actually just thinking more on budgets because I'm also producing this. I knew what kind of locations I would easily be able to get, and also I knew the distances from each location, so I could think about the fact that we're moving a crew and all the equipment and everything, and I just wanted it to be in one place. And also, Hordaland is beautiful, the fjords and everything. So it's just a perfect fit for me, and it actually helped me write the story having these locations in mind. And yeah, I think that's why. And also, they asked how many days we're shooting here. In Hordaland, we're shooting 17 days, but not everyone's working every day, but 17 in total. And then we have 2 scenes, but in one day in LA, which is going to be a lot of fun for our LA crew. So it's an international production, you can say. And then someone asked me dogs or cats, which I think is the question just for me personally, which is fun. For me, I'm a dog person. I love dogs. I've always had a little dog. My dog was named Trico. I loved him. And we always had cats too, but they were kind of crazy, and I was always a bit scared. They were nice at one point, and then they were mad at another point, so that made me scared. Anyways, someone asked me how did I make the scripts. Well, as I told you before, I kind of got the inspiration from all of our locations and went from there. Also, I had a really good friend. He's part of the project, Gaston. He listened to me complaining time and time again about not finding a person to write me a script because I really wanted to be acting for a long period of time. So not just 2 days and the short film is done, but more multiple days. So why not make a feature film, right? So that's how it all started. And then my way of writing is I'll write like a whole story, not like scripty kind of thing. So I write like a whole story, and then once that's done, which I did in like a week, wrote the whole story, and then I kind of put it aside, find my final drafts program on my computer, and I go from the start to the end writing all the dialogue and how the scenes will be, which is the best way for me to work. But I know people start just writing dialogue or just like simple scenes, but I like to do the whole story. And then someone asks me about Alice, my character, so the person I'm playing. She's sweet and I guess shy girl. She keeps to herself. I feel like in her childhood she grew up with a lot of boys in her class, not like a lot of girls, and she was always one of the boys. She doesn't really care about her looks, and she's more thinking about the other people around her and trying to help out. She's a very helping person. I think her main drive through her life is helping others, and that's what she's doing for her friends, for her sister, for her grandmother. She was always thinking about them, trying to help them so they won't suffer. And I think her problem in that is feeling invisible, because nobody really sees her problems and what she's going through, and they focus on her. Her as just there to help them. So she's like a psychologist, except she's not getting paid. So she's the one who listens to all the problems and is always there, but then nobody's there for her, I guess, if that makes sense. And so that's a little bit about her, and I think you will see in the journey how she puts no focus on herself, but tries to put it on everyone else. So she doesn't have to think about herself, and I think she chooses that instead of talking about herself. She'll just ask someone else, oh, but how are you, you know? So she won't tap into her own issues. So someone's asking me when they can see the movie. Well, it's not even been made yet, but we film in July, so our hopes and dreams are that it will be done by May. We have people who have it on their schedule, so I'm hoping it will be done, but you never know in this business. But our goal is May. And someone's asking why we put it in 2002. Well, first of all, were you on your phone that much in 2002? I bet not. We are done with looking at all the phones and the computers, and we want people to connect. Something that the movie talks about is people seeing other people, not just being in your own space, thinking about yourself, but see the person in front of you. And I think it's hard with your phone in your hand to actually look at a person in their eye and in their eyes and be there for them when you have this big distraction in your phone, in your computer, and just see people being there for each other and trying to get people to open their eyes a bit more and look up and see your friends, see your family, and don't just live in your own world. There might be a close friend who's actually going through a really hard time, and you could be the one to see that and save that person. And so that's why 2002. And also the fashion, right? It's going to be good. Well, that was the questions for now. But please comment below or send me a DM. I'll answer you as soon as I can. I love this, answering questions. And this is my favorite thing in the world, doing this project. And I'm so grateful I get to do it. So, yeah. Let me know. Bye.